What do you get when you mix a squirrel with a superhero complex, a tail bigger than his body, and the fate of the world on his tiny rodent shoulders? You get Mr. Nutz on the Game Boy Color, an adorably weird little platformer that surprised the heck out of me in more ways than one. Now, I'll be honest, when I first booted this thing up, I fully expected a Cronker light, maybe some crude jokes or edgy attitude. I mean, the name's Mr. Nutz. You can't help but raise an eyebrow. But nope, this is not Conker's Bad Fur Day. Not even close. What I found instead was a cutesy, straightforward action platformer with just enough charm to keep me grinning for a few hours. You play as a red squirrel trying to stop an evil yeti named Mr. Blizzard from kicking off a second ice age, because apparently the world had no better solution than a single squirrel armed with an arsenal of nuts. And in classic platformer fashion, those nuts are your primary weapon. You throw them, you jump on enemies, you even swing your giant tail like a medieval flail. It's all very Saturday morning cartoon, and I kind of love it for that. The controls? Well, surprisingly tight. Mr. Nutz is a snappy, responsive, and just plain fun to move around. And that's a big deal, because when a platformer feels sluggish, it's game over for me. But here, running, jumping, tail swiping, it all just works. A swimming level does show up here, and while it isn't game-changing, it's smooth enough to avoid the usual underwater level dread. Visually, this game punches way above its weight. The character sprites are charming, animations are clean, and the background, though a bit repetitive, had a nice vibrancy to them. It's not Shantae, but for late 90s Game Boy Color, it's surprisingly sharp. The music though, yeah, not quite as charming. Some of the tunes are catchy in a loop until you go mad kind of way, and others just grate on your ears after a while, so you've been warned. Now let's talk difficulty or lack thereof. Mr. Nutz is easy, like too easy. You get a few health points, a handful of continues, and passwords after boss fights. There's no save system though, which is annoying, but the whole game only takes about 3 hours to finish on and off, so that's forgivable. This was clearly aimed at a younger audience, and it shows. No hair-pulling pixel-perfect jumps or insane enemy patterns here, just a nice, chill platformer that lets you vibe. And here's the thing, I actually had fun. This game doesn't blow my mind, but it didn't bore me either. It was simple, it was cute, and it scratched that retro platforming itch. I didn't need a strategy guide, and I didn't use any cheats, just pure squirrel-fueled justice. There's some light exploration and hidden goodies if you're into that, because finding all the coins blind was a decent challenge. But let's be real, if you're a hardcore platformer fan looking for a deep, challenging experience, this probably won't do it for you. It's not Mega Man, it's not Mario, it's more of a fast afternoon game, something to relax you when you want a quick hit of the retro flavor without all the stress. As for the collectability, it's a bit on the rare side, so if you're building a full Game Boy Color library, Mr. Nutz is a decent trophy, but don't confuse rarity with quality. It's fun, but it's not legendary. So, would I recommend it? Yeah, for the right audience. If you love quirky platformers and want something light and easy, Mr. Nutz might just surprise you like it did me. And hey, it's not every day you save the world by throwing acorns at penguins.